I saw, you know, these, what do you call them, TikTok clips and whatever, and news circulating that the president was after the online newspapers again, accusing them of...
He wasn't. See, actually, the
president
president's
trying to divide the country.
No, he wasn't. In fact, his speech was bent on uniting the country, to remind everyone of our responsibilities as citizens. It was one of the best speeches the president has given. And the key themes, the key takeaways from that speech, one was that to maintain the peace that we have. There are countries on Eid Day, and there are countries still today who could not enjoy their Eid. Countries like Lebanon, and these are Muslims in Gaza, in Sudan. Even in a small country like Myanmar, I'm not sure how many Muslims are there, but they could not enjoy their Eid because of the 7.7 magnitude earthquake that they had.
Yeah, but that's a natural phenomenon.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You can't blame online publications
for
that kind of thing.
I'm trying to make a point. What I'm trying to make is that we should be thankful for the peace that we have. And we have this peace partly thanks to the president to a large extent, because he gave us peace. He made every government to live in peace.
He gave us peace.
Of course, he did not disturb our peace like the previous president.
That's different from giving us peace.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not sure the direct translate, but definitely Mesunjama, if I may use English word.
Yeah, he allowed us to enjoy it.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Sonalut Ken, Bundu Hatalut Ken. So because he's a peaceful president, he kind of, that peace is extended to the entire country, and we have that peace. So what the president was trying to say basically was that let us love our country. That was the purpose, that let us sell our country. We can have our internal disagreements. No country in the world can all agree on how the country should be governed or who should govern the country. But once we've chosen the person who is governed, the next argument should be how...
The person who is to govern.
Who is to govern. Yeah. We've already decided that at the polls. That should not be the debate now for now. The debate should be how should he govern? How should the country govern? We don't have any issue with disagreements as to we think this is this, that. But he was trying to make a point that some online media, and he wasn't referring to all, some online media, all they are good at is to tarnish the image of this country. And that all they publish is negative news, bad news, and no good news. And you cannot tell me that all is doom and gloom in this country. There are some positive, there are challenges clearly, but there are also achievements that we think that the media should be able to also promote the country. That was the point the president was trying to raise. I'm not in any way trying to divide the country or to attack the media. No, the president has no such intention. And like Peter, I'll repeat it here today, this government of His Excellency is the most accountable, most transparent government since independence. And that is a fact. Nobody can deny that. And under His Excellency's leadership, the media is much more freer now than ever before. And we respect this media, and we are going to make sure that we maintain it, and we are going to support it. And we'll give our last blood to ensure the media remains free and not
muzzled.
So that is a fact. So he would not do anything to spoil that. He cannot make a good legacy and start to destroy. What he was trying to make a point is that the media, you have a responsibility. Yes, report, hold us accountable. That is why we are transparent. We have come up with initiatives to make sure that we come up with what government is doing. But when you report, be fair in your reporting. That's all he's asking for. Be fair in your reporting. Yes, when things go wrong, report it. But when also we do good things, you also report them. But there are some media, clearly, when you look at their line of reporting, the trend is that all they report is negative, nothing good. When something good, even if you send it to them, they won't report it. They'll just put it aside. But if it's negative, even if it's false, they just pick it from the gutters. They'll report it.
Maybe that's their editorial policy. Every media house has its own editorial policy. And you people are put in government, all right, to achieve those achievements you are listing. We don't necessarily have to thank you for it. We don't necessarily have to acknowledge it.
But we're not saying thank us.
It's when you fail to do what you are elected into office for that every media house has the right to highlight. Well,
No, I don't agree with that. You have a right to highlight the feelings, but also you have a responsibility to highlight our achievements as a government. It's our country, it's our government, it belongs to all of us. Now, if you do negative reporting today as a media, and that tarnishes the image of the country in a manner in which it prevents, inhibits the much needed investment and tourist community, everybody's affected.
Nobody should do
The country is our country.
Nobody should do anything to tarnish the image of their country. You are suggesting that they are saying something about their country that is not necessarily true, and it's presenting the country in a bad light. Nobody should do this.
So that's the point.
If by your actions, those of you in public office, all right, if by your actions you are tarnishing the image of the country, every media house has the right to report it. It is not our business.
We're not saying that.
Nobody to protect you when you mess up.
We're not censoring anybody from reporting.
No, we're not talking about censorship.
What we are saying is that be fair in your reporting. That's what we are saying. That when you report the negative, but also sometimes report the positive.
I agree.
You cannot act as a... There are some media houses today. You wonder whether they are a media house or they are how do you call it again? They are ancillaries.
Again.
Or auxiliaries of political parties.
Again, this is why before giving out licenses, try to know what the media house is all about.
The challenge is that most of the online media don't need licenses because the online media is not as regulated as the print media or say the TV media or the radio.
I'm sure.
So what we are going to do now is to find ways to make sure that we regulate the online media as well, because if you are in the business of broadcasting news to the Gambian people, you must be regulated.
Oh, okay. So you are trying to find ways to regulate all online media.
We cannot allow an anarchic system in the media. There must be ways to make sure that it is regulated just like everywhere. They are competing with the radio stations. They are competing with the TV and the print.
We are okay with that.
Exactly, but the competition
we don't have a problem. Well,
as a government, we need to bring sanity into the way the media operates in this country.
What chaos have they brought in? Because you're saying an anarchic situation.
Because they're everywhere. You don't even know whether they're media or not. There should be a fine. There should be standards in anything that we do. There are no standards in when it comes to the online media. There's no standards. Everybody can just open something and call it Peter Gomez online media, and you start reporting garbage. It doesn't work like that anywhere in the world. There should be some control. We're not going to censor anybody. Report, but be professional in your reporting. That's what we're asking for. And that's what we'll seek.
How soon do you expect to put in these regulations?
Well, we don't know yet, but we are looking at ways to make sure that we bring sanity into the media landscape.
Definitely before the 2026 presidential
election. I cannot say when,
election.
but what we are saying is that we are going to bring sanity into the media
landscape. Would you prefer that sanity to be in place before the 2026 presidential election?
Well, we don't know yet. What I can tell you is that there will be sanity. We cannot continue business as usual where people just sit in their bedrooms, open an online media house, and start doing politics using the media, or sit in their balcony and create some kind of center and call it a center with no website, no address, nobody, and start calling yourself a center. These things are not supposed to happen in a serious country.